Hi, I'm Christine, and today I'm going to paint this rock. This is just a fairly simple smooth rock. I bought a bag of them from the garden center of a home improvement store and picked out a nice roundish one. I gave it a quick scrub to get any loose dirt off, then primed it black. Both sides had cracks. Rather than trying to hide the cracks, I used the crack on this side to mark the bottom of the bird's beak. Okay, let's back up for a minute. Why am I painting a bird on a rock in the first place? A little while ago, a friend started posting pictures of the fun little designs she'd been painting onto some rocks. And I thought, hey, that looks fun. I've never done an actual painting of any kind, but I paint miniatures and tiny buildings and stuff. And I thought this would be a fun opportunity to try something different. So I grabbed some supplies and just started slapping some paint on there. Obviously, I'm pretty far from being an expert. I don't know how to paint and my drawing skills are pretty rough. I'm never going to win any awards for my art. And that's okay. A lot of people feel like if they can't be great at something, they shouldn't do it. Or if they are doing it, they need to be practicing and getting better and aiming to be the best. There's nothing wrong with trying to be the best, and if that's a real goal of yours, I hope you succeed. But being the best doesn't have to be our goal for everything. I'd rather just have fun and let the experience be whatever it happens to be. Of course, that's easier said than done. It took me a long time to learn how to enjoy things for what they are, without needing to try to be perfect. Every once in a while, I try something totally new, like painting a rock, to remind myself that it's okay to let go, have fun, try something new, and not worry about whether I'm doing things right. As long as I have fun along the way, I did it right. And when it comes to painting rock, if I really don't like the painting I end up with, I can always just paint over it again. Back to this bird here. I used a trick from the mini painting community. I took an old pill bottle and used some blue sticky tack to stick the rock to the lid of the bottle. That way, I could hold on to the bottle instead of holding the rock directly. It's a lot easier to hold, it's more comfortable, and I didn't get nearly as much paint on my fingers that way. For the bird itself, I wasn't too worried about whether I was making it look like any specific bird. I was letting the shape of the rock and the crack in the surface dictate how the bird would look. I took a look at a few reference photos of a bluebird ahead of time just to refresh my memory a bit, but I really didn't worry about trying to get a real bluebird on there. Once I had the basic shape, I started throwing on some highlights and some shading. This was all trial and error. I'd never really used artist acrylics before, so I spent some time messing around with those just to try to get used to them. I also mixed in some matte medium at times, and I grabbed some dollar store craft acrylics as well. Just playing around, seeing what worked. I had to adjust the shapes of some of the highlights and shadows, and I had to go over some areas several times to get things looking right to my eyes. My goal for this project was to relax, have fun, learn some stuff about how different paints work, and just generally enjoy myself. If I managed to make something that looked kinda like a real bird, then so much the better. But if not, no big deal. It's just paint on a rock. All it cost me was a few pennies in materials. In the end, I'm pretty happy with my bird. It's not fancy, it's not really very accurate, but you can tell that it's a bird, so that makes it pretty good by my standards. More importantly, I really did enjoy the process. I hope you'll go out and try your hand at it too, and I hope you have as much fun as I did. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.